Well, they call me a redneck, but this is my neighbor's Honda, and you can see the bumper on it. I've got a replacement bumper, and we're going to see if we can shoot that booger and get him fixed up on that. That's rough. Wow. Hey, it's Dave from the Redneck Garage. I'm out here with this stinking bumper for AJ's car, my neighbor, and I'm going to shoot some paint on it. I haven't painted in probably a year, so I may not remember how to do it, but I do have my respirator. Always use a respirator. They're about 22 bucks. I'll put a link down below. These little 3M respirators keep you from killing your lungs. But we're going to shoot some paint on this thing and see if we can get his bumper replaced, because he's looking more redneck than me. I got my FX3000 by Sharp spray gun. I love this little gun. They're about 100 bucks. There's another link below for that. But that's what I use to paint with my 3M paint cups, which are super cool because you don't have to clean them out. You just throw the liners away. They're a little bit more expensive, but the hassle factor is well worth it. So let's put some paint on this pig. You can see that it was not prepped as well as it should have been. AJ's had this in a storage building, and I don't know if he knows that you don't throw plastic out of the container against the lawnmower. If you don't let the first coat go on and just kind of tack up and dry, I always have problems with, you know, laying it down very thick. But it's looking pretty good. About to shoot the last coat on this thing. I hate silver. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. Silver is really hard to see. Like, you got to be real careful in all your edges that you get a good coverage. Usually I'll put 3 coats on it just for the heck of it, and on the back sides, on your edges, get your edges really well. But silver is like terrible to be able to see, like bleed through or like light spots. It's a lot worse than any other color, but it's looking pretty good. What do you think?
What do you think about my job?
Oh, it looks great, AJ. Thanks for doing this for me. You're awesome. Don't touch it. See, that's what people do. They come up and touch it, and then you get a big old spot. Not like, it's not like this. This is a pristine painting conditions out here, but touching it, you have oils in your fingers, and when you touch it, you can get like fish eyes and stuff. All right, looks pretty good, man. Got good coverage on the silver. No complaints here. Tree crap all over it. Getting ready to spray the clear. All right, so it's time for clear coat. When I'm doing clear coat, I like the Speedo line clear. It's really inexpensive. I got a link down below. You can buy it on Amazon. I forgot the price, but it's like half of what the other stuff is. And I really get a good result out of it. I get very few fish eyes. So I've been pleasantly surprised by using the Speedo line clear. I'm gonna mix that up, and we're gonna be putting some clear on this booger. Okay, on the base coat and the clear coat, I'm using a faster activator. It's probably about 70 degrees out here. It's really nice weather. But I'm wanting to flash out quick. Just like on the base coat, whenever you're starting your first coat of clear, don't try to kill it. Don't spray it on way too heavy, then you get runs everywhere. Just get a nice, even, light coat on there. It's going to flow in once you put your second and third coats on it. Don't worry about going too heavy on the first one. You're better off letting that tack out and then do your other coats. For the bumper, I mixed up about 16 ounces of clear. That's 4 parts of the clear itself, and then 4 ounces of activator, which is probably overkill. I probably won't use this much, but you know, might as well have enough. Once you activate it, it's done. There's nothing else you can do with it. With your base coat, you can actually reuse it. You just throw it back in the can. It's not an activated paint.
Make sure to get all your edges.
Can you even hear me? Make sure to get all your edges. Don't forget those, because you need protection over that base coat. All right, so that's a good first coat. I can see that I've got a little bit of a sheen. You can see when you get trash in it, make sure to have a roll of tape. You can just barely touch it with the tape and pull the trash out. Once your last coat's in, then you're kind of messed up, but I've got a couple little pieces of trash from this wind that's blowing around that I'll pull out of it. You don't want to rush it too much. Let it sit and get good and tacky before you put your next coat on, because the last thing you want is a waterfall running down the side of the dang thing. This is coat 2. It's flashing out, and we're not going to put any more on it. It is fine. One of the things you need to remember is that you need to know when to stop. Once you get enough on it, don't keep going, because more clear is just going to make a mess and start to run all over the place. Hopefully we won't get too many runs. If it does, oh well, it's a waterfall. But it looks really good. We'll let it flash out here for a minute, try to keep trash off of it, and let it cure out. Looks great. I moved it out in the sun, get it to cure out a little bit faster, flash off. Like I said, I'm using fast hardener, so hopefully it'll flash out really well, but I'm very happy with the way it looks. That Speedoline clear for a cheap clear looks absolutely great. So we'll let this thing harden up a little bit. You can see a bug right there, and it's tacked up enough where he's not sticking to it. So that's where we want to be. We're going to install it, but all we can do now is wait. Let it harden up really good. I used almost all of it. I have about maybe an ounce left. So yeah, I was about right on the guesstimate of how much clear. Awesome. This thing's about redneck. Huh?
Redneck.
You call me redneck, and look at this crap. Huh?
That's red. That's definitely red.
Hopefully it'll look a little better. There's 2 bolts right up in here, this and on the other side, and I don't know what's on the underneath. So we'll take a look. All these stupid Hondas have these dumb clips, and a lot of times they're hard to get off because they've been sitting on there for so long. So I'm trying to get these 2 clips off the bottom, and then we'll be pretty close to getting it off. On the bumpers you have 3 screws. You got 1, 2, and then there's one in the very top right underneath the lip, and then the whole stinking thing just pops off. And I've got my assistant over here trying to take them off. I don't know what he's doing.
Got one.
He's got one. Okay, he's doing good. Over here you've got 1, 2 10mm bolts. After that, then the whole thing just kind of pulls off. The taillights don't really have to come off. There you go. What do you think about leaving it this way?
Well, that's why I'm taking a picture of it. I'm gonna show my wife, see what she thinks. But I think we should just leave it like that.
Yeah, I'm thinking so. Definitely an upgrade over the one that had duct tape on it. I don't know, which is better. Maybe we'll put a new bumper on it. Getting all manhandly with it.
I know, I don't want to.
Just press up underneath, you're fine.
No, I think I
okay.
hit it right. Son of a bitch. That's extreme. That's extreme.
Back looks really good.
That's sick, dude.
Huh?
It's so sick.
Yeah.
We did that in 15 minutes.
Yeah, we put it on pretty quick. There's not a lot holding those on once we got it apart. Now, best thing to do is not touch it. Candid camera. He had to wash it. He had to wash it. It looks freaking awesome. I'm happy with it. Okay, so that's it. The down and dirty new bumper. It looks like a brand new car with that bumper on it. If you're at a body shop and you are getting paid to do this, you might blend the bumper into the rear quarter panel, because you're almost never going to match silver. It's just the different years, makes, models, fading, everything else, but it actually is a really pretty good color match. And from driving down the road at 30 miles an hour and at about 30 feet, it looks freaking awesome. Finish is good, clear coat looks nice. We threw that baby on with no time. My assistant, get over here. Let's see if he knows the tagline. All right, so it's AJ and David. Redneck Garage, keep
it up, man.
keep turning wrenches. I mean, why does nobody know that?
Keep it up.